Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Konich-Yeehaw podcast. I'm Natalie.
And I'm Jared.
And today we want to talk about ships from this last year.
Right.
Because
It's
Valentine's Day. Yes. So we thought it would be appropriate to kind of talk about some of the couples that we saw in the animes that we watched within the last year.
Right.
First, though, we just wanted to say a little spiel about how Valentine's is in Japan and how it's different.
Yeah. So in America, Valentine's Day is a one day thing where you and your Valentine exchange presents, mostly chocolate,
Flowers,
things like that. While in Japan, it's a little different. So first there's Valentine's Day, where girls get boys chocolates, and then, or I guess whoever their Valentine is, and then later, I actually don't know.
It's the other way around.
No, it's not. I'm 100% sure about this. Because boys have White Day.
Is that how it is?
Yeah.
Boys give
back chocolates to the girls that gave them chocolates on White Day.
Okay. I thought it was the other way around.
No.
But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I've watched enough anime to know this.
So essentially...
Yeah. So instead of doing it on one day like in America, they do it on 2 separate days.
So girls give presents.
Yeah.
Give presents on Valentine's Day, and then it's reciprocated on White Day, which is the day after, essentially.
Yes. I don't know if it's the day after. I think it's actually like a couple
days after.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's like kind of the difference, right?
Yeah. There's also, this is also something, I don't know if this is like a Japanese thing or if it's like an anime thing, one of those like, romanticized things. But you don't really see it in America, is making your own chocolate.
Yes.
So like that's something that's seen quite a bit in anime of like, oh, I'm going to make them like a treat. Like I'm going to make them my own chocolate or my own cookies instead of doing it store-bought.
Yes, and like you typically with like making your own chocolate, just imagine like having a silicone mold and pouring chocolate into it and then chilling it. Like it's not typically something that's like super involved, but it is still the idea of like going through the effort.
Right.
Wrapping it in your own wrapping.
Yes.
In a box or in something like that, and then handing it.
Yeah, because like honestly, like, I mean, doing stuff with chocolate isn't exactly easy. You have to like temper the chocolate and like, it's interesting. Like such a cultural difference.
Right.
Because like, in America they sell like these big prepackaged like chocolates or like it's a whole like basket of things.
Right.
While it's almost seen that it's in like Japan, it's like a better thing to make your own. Like it's almost like you don't like.
It's a bigger gesture.
Yeah, it's a bigger gesture.
Which I guess it would technically be also here, but we just don't do it.
We just don't do it.
Yeah. So, with that being said, though, I thought it would be fun to go through some ships that we saw.
Yeah.
I had it listed from 2022, the beginning of like spring of 2022, up until now. First of all, so what a ship is like whenever you kind of want two characters to be a couple. Sometimes they're established, sometimes they're not. Sometimes it's just like a fan thing. We talked more about it in our previous episode about ships in fan fiction.
Yes.
So if you want to know more about the ins and outs of shipping, go check that out. So, let's start off with Aharon and Rydell from Ahara-san is Indecipherable. So some of these are a while ago now.
Yes.
Right.
But I think these are all shows that we've talked about on the podcast.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. So, I am a big fan of big guy and small girl.
Yes.
And it even makes it better if one of them, if not both of them, are like deadpan or like aloof.
Yes, they're both deadpan, which I think is something that you don't really see in romance. Usually it's only one of them are deadpan.
Yes.
But since they both are, you get this whole other level
Yes.
of like, it's like they actually get each other, but also they don't.
Yes, very true. And it's a ship. Oh, it's a ship that's actually canon.
Now it's canon. Yes. By the end of the show, it is canon.
It is.
Yes.
So, do I ship it? Yes.
Yes.
Do you?
Yes, I ship it.
Okay.
It's cute.
It is cute.
Yes. Then in kind of the same light, because we made a joke about these shows being very similar.
Yeah,
is Urushi and Ayumu, and will Ayumu make his move?
Yeah, literally the same concept.
It is the same concept, except for the girl isn't very deadpan.
Yeah, she's not deadpan. She is pretty aloof.
She's pretty aloof,
not
though. Yes.
Deadpan. Yeah, it's cute.
I think I ship them more than I do Haru and Raito, honestly.
Really?
I think I do, because I think that it's cute that Ayumu is like trying so hard.
Yeah.
He's trying so hard, and I think that that's really cute.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, I ship it.
Yes. Let's see. Next, we have Kitagawa and Goju from Dress Up Darling.
Yes.
I really ship them. I think they're so adorable.
It is really cute. It's an interesting like combination of like, okay, I do want to point something out about this, is that like this isn't anything about the ship, but like as the show, like obviously they pushed the relationship, but like they made it really sexual.
Yes, they did. The show makes it kind of awkward in that way, especially I think it's either the last or second to last episode.
Yeah.
But I think that for the characters that they do go together really well.
Yeah, I think so.
Definitely.
Too. It's another aloof character, aloof male character.
Right, with a popular girl this time, though.
Yeah, with a popular girl.
Yeah, and I think it's really cute that she's the one that, like, has the crush on him.
Yes.
Like, obviously, he's like, oh, like, she's really cute, and I gotta make sure that, like, I don't get too bashful or get... He's like, I'm trying not to get too involved because she is really hot, but also she's like my only friend, so like I don't want to ruin that, you know? And she's over here like, oh my god, I'm in love with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that that's kind of cute. Or that's pretty cute.
It is, yeah.
And I love their dynamic. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then we have Komi and Tadano. Komi can't communicate.
Okay. So, like... It is a good ship. Mm-hmm. But, like, it's almost set up better for them to be friends.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think at the beginning of the show, because I'm not reading the manga, you are. At the beginning of the show, I could, like, see it, you know? I was like, yes, this is cute. They're gonna, like, it's gonna blossom. And I know that in the manga, they are established.
Spoiler, they get together in the manga.
Yes. They are, like, established in the manga. They haven't animated it yet, though.
Yeah.
But especially in the second season, I was feeling mostly friendship vibes. I don't know. I mean, I know that they do have, like, a Valentine's Day episode.
Yeah.
In which they do both exchange gifts to each other. It's very cute.
Yes.
But I feel like as the show is going on, the whole aspect, I mean, the whole, you know, point of it is that Komi is making new friends.
Yeah.
And, like, opening up. I just feel like she's being introduced to so many more characters and developing, like, she's, like, once again, it's part of the show that she's trying to develop better relationships with other people.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not always about her and Tadano, I guess.
Yeah,
is the thing.
Especially at the beginning, that relationship isn't pushed super hard. Mm-hmm. Or I'd say kind of in the middle. It's like kind of takes a backseat. Mm-hmm. And then another character gets introduced and there's a love triangle. And then it's very like, okay, well now they're dating and
Mm-hmm.
Which I do have to say is a very good part of the manga. Mm-hmm. Like, but not because of those two characters. There's another character that's like way more interesting. And like is another ship for Tadano, which I don't know. I'd probably still ship Konich with him, honestly. But you know what the real ship for that is? Oh my gosh, what is his name? His best friend.
I was literally about to just look this up.
Yes.
So Tadano and you're talking about the big guy, right? Or you're talking which guy you're talking about?
The girl guy.
What? Who?
Let me see.
I was talking about the big guy.
Najimi.
Oh yeah, Najimi.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the real ship right there.
That's the real ship.
That's the ship right there. I was gonna make a joke about so Tadano and Makoto.
Yeah.
The big guy who's also really scary and awkward. Mm-hmm. I ship them. They're real ones. They're real ones, you know?
Yeah.
They get each other. And I can appreciate that. All right.
They don't even get each other. Oh, wait. Ship him with Tadano?
Yeah.
They don't get each other at all. But, you know.
Okay. Next. All right. Shikimori and Izumi from Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and say, don't ship it.
Don't ship it?
Me, don't ship it.
Okay. Yes. Mm-hmm. There's a better ship in that show. Mm-hmm. And it's Shikimori with that athletic girl.
Yes, that's a much better ship. That's a much better ship. You're right.
Because I will give Shikimori this. It's not a conventional ship. Or it's not a conventional relationship.
No, it's not.
Shikimori is the dominant one. Mm-hmm. And what's the other guy's name?
Izumi.
Izumi is the, more damsel in distress one.
Yeah, he is.
Doesn't help that we didn't really like the show anyway.
Yeah.
But just saying, there's a much better ship in it.
Yes. And I think it kind of doesn't help that Shikimori is such, lesbian bait.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's I don't see her with a guy.
Yeah.
I just can't. There's literally two other characters. So there's Kamiya. Mm-hmm. That's the athletic one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm saying her name right.
Yeah.
Whoops. And then honestly, also Nekozaki, the friend who had a crush.
Oh yeah, that's
on Shikimori.
Right. That's right.
The friend who openly had a crush on Shikimori and then had to give it up whenever Shikimori started dating Izumi. So Shikimori's lesbian bait. I can't see it.
True.
I can't see it. Too Udna.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't see it. Okay. Next, Lloyd and Yor. Spike's family.
That is an excellent ship.
It is an excellent ship, yes.
And, there's no one better in the show to ship either of them with.
Yes. They try to, put in somebody, but even the show couldn't really make it.
And then they also do this weird thing where Yor's brother loves her.
Yeah.
Which is a really weird thing.
It's really weird. I want to say, in defense of it, that it seems like she is the one who raised him.
Yeah.
He
has a weird mommy complex with him.
He has a weird mommy complex with her, where...
Oh, sorry, with her?
With her, in the sense that she spent so much of her life providing for him.
Yeah.
And only him, and protecting him, and loving him. They love each other, right? That now that he's older, he now feels like he needs to reciprocate that.
Yeah.
Where he needs to love her, protect her, and what that translates to though is I can be the only man in her life, which is obviously toxic, right? But that is that.
But yes, excellent. A+. Yes. 10 out of 10
that
ship.
Lloyd and Yor
made for each other.
I just always wish they would just talk to each other about their shit, and they don't. Yeah. But they don't because of the whole secret aspect, right? Yeah. But very lovely.
Excellent. 10 out of 10.
Excellent. All right. Okay, quick one. Ichigo in Aoyama from Tokyo Mew Mew. So it's the main character and the guy that she has a crush on. Who she kind of starts dating.
It's fine.
Thoughts?
It's fine. I mean, it's generic.
Fair,
it's very it's very white bread of
Yes.
like when it comes to like shipping and like just relationships in anime in general. I mean, the show's from like the 90s.
Right, yeah.
And so like it is what it is. It's not a complex show with complex characters.
No, it's not. I think that the reason... So...
Oh, actually, one thing that's really weird about it, which I still quote this to today.
I know what you're going to say.
You know exactly what I'm going to
say.
say. There's this really weird part, and I really hope that this is just a direct, like, reference to the original show.
Uh-huh.
Where, what's his name?
Aoyama.
Okay, so he puts... Okay, so...
There is a stray cat. A real one.
Yes. There's a real stray cat that has...
Like a bell on a ribbon.
A ribbon. And then he puts it on her.
On Ichigo.
On Ichigo. And he's like... So I can always hear you, my little kitten.
Yes, it's like so.
It's so
out
weird.
There. It's so out there and weird.
It is not like the character at all.
No,
it is like
it's
just out of left field. Like it was such a weird scene too. Like, and then like sometimes it's referenced later. Will she'll touch her like collar and be like, "Ooh, Ayama."
Yes, exactly. So I think for what it is, I could ship it. My issue with it is that the show basically starts with her being like, "I want to fall in love," right? That's the show. She like literally goes. She starts high school and she's like, "I'm going to fall in love." That's actually my goal.
Yeah.
And she literally just picks the most popular guy and is like, "That's him."
Yeah.
And that doesn't seem very right to me. But they do seem to be, like, compatible enough, I guess, is why I'm like, I guess it's all right. But I think it's very weird that that was, like, how it was decided. She was like, I'm going to fall in love. He's the most popular guy. He's pretty cute. I pick him. And, like, it's not organic at all, I guess is what I mean.
Were there any other ships for that show?
There is, her, Ichigo, and the other butler guy who...
the boss!
Who, like, they actually kind of have a little bit... They have some more chemistry than her and Aoyama do, but he's kind of, like, stuck up.
He's also an
Ryu.
adult.
Is Ryu an adult?
I don't know, probably.
Maybe they are. Either way. But, like, Ryu is kind of has a crush on Ichigo.
Yeah.
But, like... Ichigo's kind of like, but I'm in love with Aoyama, huh? Like these feelings, I can't. What so there's that tension. Yeah, kind of.
It's interesting. It's forced.
Yes. Yes, the romance is forced in the show.
Yeah, so. Romance definitely not the main point of the show.
Yeah.
And it's. They have this weird like boss employee relationship, and they kind of show that with their romantic relationship as well. And I don't know, they just have some weird scenes as well, like when he was in the bedroom and she came in, he was like, I think he was like something along the lines of like, have you read this book before? Or something like that. I don't remember. I just remember he was like standing at the window and like she came into the bedroom and it was weird.
Weird, yeah.
Yeah, weird energy. I give it a weird energy out of 10.
Yeah, basically. All right. Devil is a part-timer. I got 3 written down. Okay. So, Satan.
Okay.
Mao. And Emilia, the hero.
Are there any other? Oh yes, there is one more.
I said I have 3. So
yeah, I know of one more with Satan. Are there any others with him?
Yes, they're all with Satan.
Okay.
They're always Mao. Yeah.
You know, I can see how it's incompatible because the show wants you to see that it's incompatible, or at least the characters do. But like, it's pretty good. Their dynamic is really good.
Their dynamic is really good. Yeah. Honestly, I ship it.
Yeah, same.
Because my thing is that obviously they're like, there's war and there's like history.
Yeah.
That is very complicated and long and real. Like, I understand it. But especially in the second season, I mean, Mao kind of does just want to be, like, wishes Amelia would just chill.
Yeah,
and
actually.
Like they could be... And I think also what kind of pushes this ship forward is the whole idea that with the second season, it revolves around them having a baby together.
They have to co-parent.
Yes, they have to co-parent. So, of course, like, they're going to... their relationship is going to develop, is what I mean. There's gonna be friction where they're going to have to, like, fight it out and then make up and learn from each other. And
especially
whatever.
In the second season, they especially push their relationship more than anyone else.
Yes. So, overall, like, most of the second season, I was like, why can't they just, like, be friends?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if they were just friends, everything would be so much easier.
Yeah, why aren't they just friends that kiss?
Why aren't they just friends that kiss? Yeah, exactly. All right. So, now, next one is Mao Satan with Yeehaw.
Yeehaw's the employee, right?
The employee.
It's okay.
Yes.
It's fine.
I don't ship it.
I don't really either.
Yeah.
There's definitely an age difference.
Well, it's all up in the air because how old is Satan?
I know it's like how old is he, but like he's definitely older.
Yeah.
Like in his character. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And she's definitely the young, naive character.
Yes.
Even though she's got the biggest titties.
Yes.
And so it's a little like meh.
Yeah.
I give it a meh out of 10.
I don't ship it, but they are great friends.
Yes, they're great friends.
But I do not ship it because of the age difference thing.
Yeah.
But also because it's very one-sided. Like, because Yeehaw is the one that has the crush on Mao.
Yeah.
Right? And she's basically, like, giving him her all. And I know, like, not that he isn't reciprocating, but, like, for her being a human kid, like, it's a lot, you know?
Yeah.
It's a lot. I think they're great friends, though.
Yeah, and the first season ended with her confessing to him and him being like, let me tell you that later.
And he still hasn't.
He still hasn't. The entire second season.
He still has not reciprocated the feelings. He has not
given an answer.
Has not confirmed nor denied the feelings.
Yeah.
so there's that. Mm-hmm. Okay, now this one is kind of like my one, my fun one. Mao and ACL, the lieutenant. Yes. With the lieutenant.
So, okay, I don't ship it, but they definitely have male-wife compatibility.
I ship it.
Like...
I ship it. I love that they are just, like, actually domestic husbands with each other, essentially. And their son is Lucifer.
Yeah.
Like...
I mean, that's what the relationship
is. Exactly, which is why I ship it. And SEO's like the really responsible. Like, I mean, they're both responsible.
Yeah, but he's like the
really responsible one. Yeah, like managing finances and everything. Mm-hmm. So, I ship it personally. Okay. Moving on to Cyberpunk. We have two.
Cyberpunk, yes.
So David and Lucy.
Lucy. Red flags.
Red flags. Red flags.
Controversial. Red flags. Bad. So first off, I've said you can probably figure out a pretty consistent opinion that I have is that age gap bad. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So like, okay, so the show starts with him being a minor and her being an adult,
like 16 and 21, 22, something like that.
I think she's 20.
20, okay.
And she grooms him.
Yes. And it's very much that vibe.
Yeah. And then they're both adults, and he's like, it's a weird toxic relationship.
Yes,
that they get in.
It is canon though. They are like
fucking.
They're fucking. Yes, yes, they're living together.
Yeah,
they are together.
Yeah, it is a canon relationship
that we do not ship.
I don't really ship. No.
I just think it's like you said, it's toxic.
It's
weird.
Toxic. It's really toxic.
Yeah. I know everybody wants to ship them because, like, she's, like, hot edgy one that like sweeps him off the streets and whatever, but I don't see it.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Now for the real deal. The real good shit.
That nobody wants to talk about.
That nobody wants to talk about.
David and Rebecca.
Good shit. Love a little gremlin.
Yes. Actually, within an acceptable age range. Because
yes.
Rebecca is also young whenever they...
They're like... I don't think they ever give Rebecca a canon age.
They don't, but she's obviously young.
Yeah, she's obviously... They're like the same age.
Yes,
yeah.
She's obviously also a teenager.
Yeah, because she, like... They kind of give her the younger sister vibe.
Yes.
Which is saying in the context that we're talking about is a little weird.
Mm-hmm.
But she's the younger sister that wants to protect her brother.
Yeah, no, she like... I mean... I guess it's kind of like minor spoilers, but she like gives everything.
Yeah,
to protect him.
Yeah, and she like really cares about him.
Yeah, and like he really cares about her too. Yeah, like it's reciprocated that they like really care about each other, and so why can't they just date?
Exactly, it would have been so much better.
It would have been a much better relationship. I don't think David would have been anywhere near as depressed as he ended up being.
Yeah,
if they were together. All I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. So that's a good ship. I like that one. Also, I've talked about this before. Give me more fan art of Rebecca with clothes on.
With clothes on, please.
Please, that's my request.
Okay. All right, a little silly one. Papuko and Pipi Me from Pop Team Epic.
They have better compatibility than most romance shows.
Yes, they do. That's why they made B-sides.
Yes. And the best part about it is that in season 2, the ship can be gay in 2 ways.
Yes. So like obviously they are like female presenting. Are you talking about with a voice actor thing? Or are you talking about
because of B-side.
Because of B-side. So like obviously like in the show they're like supposed to be like schoolgirls, right? Yeah. So in every other way they're like that kind of ship, like a Yuri ship, right?
Yeah.
But then with B-side, they're dressed in like the male school uniform, and now they're a yaoi ship.
Yes.
So it's great.
The best of both worlds.
Yes, the best of both worlds. Just a nice, silly little ship.
Yeah. Just I give it a silly little ship out of 10.
Yes, exactly. All right. Time to get to some more debating stuff.
Okay.
Chainsaw Man.
Okay.
Okay, Denji and Makima. Toxic out of 10.
Okay. Like I said earlier, you'll hear me say this a lot. Age gap.
Yes, but...
Toxic girl boss grooming.
Yes. I, like... It's not that I cannot understand why Denji is in love with her.
No, the show is wonderfully written.
Yes.
Like, it all makes sense.
But no. Not allowed.
Yeah.
No, but she is... I mean, and it's... I have not read the manga, but I do not need to read the manga to know that it's all manipulation, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna absolutely blow up in his face.
Yeah. I know... I haven't read the manga, but I know some spoilers. And he goes on dates with 2 or 3 other characters introduced. And, like... The thing about Chainsaw Man is that all the characters are shitty.
Right,
so,
of
like,
course, yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, but, like, they're more compatible. Because I think they're also in, like, the same age range.
Right. So, Makima is just gaslighting.
Yes,
and,
gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
And girl bossing him around.
Yeah.
Basically. Okay. Denji and Himeno.
No, also bad. Also... age gap manipulation.
Literally say the age gap out loud. Because remember,
I don't remember what it is.
No, because remember, okay, so whenever she tried to, come on to him, whenever he was drunk, and then, or whenever they were both drunk.
Yeah.
And then the next morning, they wake up, and she's like, how old are you anyway? And he's like, I'm 16. And she's like, oh yeah, that would have been illegal.
Yeah.
Like she says it. She's very aware. She knows.
Yeah.
But unlike Makima, I do friendship it.
Yes, it's a good partnership.
Yes, it's a good partnership.
Not the best partnership, but a good partnership.
Yes. So here's the thing that I noticed and kind of read on Twitter a little bit about Himeno. It's that she was well aware of what Makima was doing to Denji.
Yeah.
And her coming onto Denji was a little bit trying to distract him. It was like, obviously I'm not like justifying it.
Yeah.
But like it was her way to try and kind of like let Denji know that there are other chicks out there that would probably fuck you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And even whenever I forgot where, like the quote, obviously I can't quote the episode, but it's the episode whenever they all got to dinner, right? And Himeno starts making out with Denji in front of Makima.
Yeah.
Denji is obviously embarrassed because he's like, wait, but Makima's right there. Like, what is she going to think of me? Which is all part of like the manipulation, right? That Makima has on Denji. But I want to say Makima like says something that's like really underhanded to Himeno.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but she definitely does.
Yeah. But I think it was like, what I'm just trying to say is that in a really fucked up way, I think Himeno was kind of trying to help him.
Yeah.
But once again, it was a really fucked up way.
Yes. Also bad.
Also bad.
Yes.
Lastly, Denji and power. I absolutely do not see it.
Okay. So I understand their relationship. And I ship it a little bit.
Little bit?
A little bit. Because I understand what their relationship is of like brother-sister.
Yes.
And
they're so brother-sister.
They definitely have that.
Which is why I can't ship it.
Yeah, like, I get that. But like, I just love two dumb, silly people. It's so good.
Yes, they are great together.
Yeah.
And I think that I could be converted, but right now I'm not. I think I could be converted, but especially the episode where they're trying to like beat up Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah.
Like, and they put on the glasses because they have to be smart.
Yes, it's funny. They have such a good dynamic.
Like, they have such a good dynamic. See, and I do love them together, but like not as a couple.
Yeah, they're the perfect pair in the show.
Yes.
I can understand not seeing them as a couple though, because they're definitely coded as the like brother sister.
Yeah. All right. Now, Blue Lock. I have 3 written down for Blue Lock.
Honestly, I don't really ship anyone in Blue Lock.
Right.
Because it's just like a super competitive show. They don't really build relationships, but I know that you do.
I do. My top one for Blue Lock is Isagi and Bakura. The minute that those two were in a match together, I was like, that's it. That's it. They're in love. And they are like best friends in the show. Like that's kind of the relationship that they've developed, because Bakura is like was always like seeking Isagi out, and like for training with him, for talking with him about things and stuff like that. And of course they have this whole dynamic now where they're like, Bakura's like, you gotta win me back.
I know, it's so gay.
It's so gay. It's like super on the nose with them, in my opinion.
So with them, I see them the most out of all the ships.
Yes, and I agree with that too.
Yeah.
Rinsuke and Chiguri, which are the two other, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, orange hair and red hair.
Yeah, orange hair, red hair. I don't see them as much, honestly. Yeah. They've honestly only had a couple of like personal interactions outside of being on the same 3-person team.
Yeah.
Where like I said, I only kind of see it. So that one, not so much for me. And then Nagi and Ryo.
Yeah, that one's pretty gay.
That one is pretty gay, but I still don't ship it because
it's pretty codependent.
It's very codependent, and it's honestly pretty one-sided. I think Ryo is really dependent on Nagi, but also like has this like feeling of like, I made you. Yeah, you know what I mean?
He does, yeah.
Yeah, but Nagi is like, not that Nagi doesn't also have feelings for him. Yeah. Like, wants to play soccer with him and whatever, but it's definitely not as strong. Yeah. So I don't see them as much. Moving along though, Ataru and Lum in Urusei Yatsura.
It's such a bad ship.
It's a bad ship.
They have like little compatibility, but like it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I wish I could date Lum.
Yes. So I think Lum is great.
Yes.
And Atria just sucks.
Lum is like the best character in the show.
Yes.
Which, I mean, makes sense. She's like the most popular character like ever.
Yeah. But Atria is just awful.
Yeah.
But I also think like Lum is the only one who could put up with him.
Yeah.
But also like, why is she putting up with him?
Yeah,
like
I know.
it doesn't even need to be happening. Anyway, all right. The last of my little bit, because you have two also,
yes.
are Trigun.
Trigun, yes.
Trigun. So Vash and Meryl.
In the original Trigun, I could see it. Meryl really had feelings for Vash. She really cared about him, and same vice versa.
Right.
New one, not so much.
Yeah, not so much. So it's, I saw it a little bit in this most recent episode that we watched.
Yeah.
But I didn't understand why. I didn't understand her obsession. You know what I mean? I feel like with the original Trigun, their motive for following him was much more clear.
Yes.
Than it is in the remake.
Yeah.
Like they lightly say that they're reporters, but it's like if they're like, what, trying to get an interview? They've been in the car with this man for like 5 days.
Yeah.
Like what? Do you know what I mean? Like, what do you mean you still haven't gotten your interview with Vash? Like, the motive doesn't make as much sense to me in the remake. Yeah. But they are still pursuing Vash, so that's that.
It's that they haven't had enough time to develop. Like, there was so much development in the original show that, like, all the characters, like, felt more connected to each other.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Vash and Wolfwood.
Now that's some good shit.
That's some good shit right there.
Or let me put... Well, okay. It's very good in the original.
Yes, it's perfect in the original.
It is very good in the original. It's not very good in the remake.
I can kind of see it. I think they're going to continue to build it.
Yeah.
I think maybe we're just not there yet, because I can see them like continuing to kind of pursue the same love, like the same kind of relationship that they had in the original. Right now it's not really there though.
Yeah. And part of it has to do with the characterization of Wolfwood. There's not very much banter.
Yeah, they're not really. There's definitely not as much banter.
Yeah.
And they're like not really getting along right now.
Yeah.
Which in the original, I want to say that they pretty much always
they got along.
They got along. They got along like immediately because they're like the same people.
Yeah, because that's the whole idea of like Wolfwood and Vash is that they have the same ideals with opposite ways of going about it.
Yeah.
So Vash wants to save people with pacifism. Wolfwood wants to save people with whatever means necessary.
Right. Yeah.
But in this show,
they're just
kind of like
they put it more at a conflicting angle.
Yeah.
Where in the original they could at least like get the job done.
Yeah.
Like in a relatively smooth manner. Yes. Now I want to shout out my original Trigun ship, which was Meryl and Millie. R.I.P. Millie. R.I.P. Millie. I miss you so much. That's all. They were my real ship in Trigun.
Okay.
They were the real ones. Okay. Anyway, you had your two ships.
Yes.
That you wanted to talk
about.
So
there were two more shows that I watched that had ships in them that she didn't. Call of the Night. Kon and Nazuna. It seems like I'm on repeat. Age gap. So, right. Okay. So it's really cute. It's a really cool ship. It's a really cool characters that like how they interact with each other. But the age gap is never talked about at all. He's like 16 or like 14 or something like that. And she's like a vampire that's lived a long time, but she acts like an adult. Like, she, like, drinks beer and, like, is definitely an adult.
Right.
But they never bring that up. Or at least, I haven't read the manga. In the show, they don't bring it up. So,
Right.
It's a awkward out of 10 for me.
Got it.
But I really like the characters. That's what makes it so hard. Is that, like, the age gap is definitely there, and it's really awkward, and it's like their personalities are different, and they talk about that. But they're such good characters. And then Witch from Mercury, Suletta and Miorine. It's a good ship. It's robot lesbians.
Of course. Wonderful.
Yes. And there's miscommunication in it, and then they get back together, and then they do some fucked up shit, and now things are on the edge, and who knows what the relationship's going to be like in season 2, and it's everything you want in a ship. I think that's it for today.
Yes, that covers the ships that we saw within the last year, and that's what we thought of them. So thank you so much for tuning into this episode. I'm Natalie.
And I'm Jared.
And yeah, thank you so much for listening.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yes, yeehaw.